Hello and welcome. This is the Xperience, the Xbox-centric podcast on the Outerhaven. I'm Clinton Bowman. I'm joined by Keith Mitchell. Keith, what's up, man?
The sky, the shady weather outside, and yeah, that's it right now. There's nothing else that's up.
All right, so this is the official episode number 1 of the Xperience. First episode ever. First real episode ever in a count, because 0 doesn't necessarily count.
Sure it does.
But
That's
it does.
James Bond. Oh, wait, never
It
mind.
does when you talk about James Bond. You know, because 007.
00 riser. Fuck James Bond. It's all about the Gundam. Damn, that laugh is terrible. Don't do that again.
I know. But that being said, we have a lot to talk about in terms of the Microsoft and the Xbox side of things. Let's talk about one of the major stories that came out of last week. Microsoft unlocking the frame rate for the unified Windows platform games and things like that. Keith, you talked about this story on the Outerhaven on the 10th of May. So give us a little bit of a heads up on that.
Sure. So one of the big things about the unified Windows platform, or UWP as it's called, is the fact that this is a distribution center which is in Windows 10. This also allows developers to work on applications and or games that are both designed to work on both Xbox One and Windows 10. But for the sake of this conversation, we'll only talk about the games because we don't care about Word and things like that. So the biggest deal is, like Clinton mentioned, is they dropped the frame cap, which is a big deal because a lot of people that are playing on Windows 10 are obviously PC gamers, have access to both 60 megahertz monitors or 60 hertz monitors and 144 hertz monitors. Now, with this cap gone, this means that those gamers are no longer.
Hello?
Had a headset issue, fix that real quick. This means the gamers are no longer constricted to just 60 frames per second. So if they have access to a 144 hertz monitor, they can go ahead and run balls to the wall. Another cool thing about this is now that they did this, games like Forza 6, Apex, Quantum Break, Killer Instinct, and Gears of War are no longer stuck at 60 frames per second, which also causes issues with some of the games.
Oh, yeah, you also forgot about Rise of the Tomb Raider, because that's a thing.
And Rise of the Tomb Raider, yep. So they have 5 games on Windows 10 right now that all suffered from some sort of frame rate issue. Though before they made the change, I didn't really have an issue with Apex other than the fact that it was capped at 60 frames per second. So that is cool for users of 144 hertz monitors. The second change they did was they also allowed access, they support AMD's FreeSync and NVIDIA's G-Sync. Now, what these things are, they're panels. They're actually enhanced panels, basically, to allow the video card to, I want to say, fluctuate basically to regulate the frames, the sync of the image to the monitor. Typically, you guys usually use this using VSync, but with this technology, you don't have to enable VSync, which usually hurts your frames per second. And usually, when you take off VSync, your frames go up, but you got a lot of tearing. What these two technologies, FreeSync and G-Sync, does is allows you to maintain that frame rate without the tearing. Now, the problem is because, NVIDIA is NVIDIA and AMD is AMD. They both have their own set of instructions, their own hardware that does this pretty much the same thing. So there's no standard. But what Microsoft has done is allow Windows 10 to support both of them. I don't have access to either one of those monitors yet because I don't believe they're proven yet. So I haven't bought one. That said, I can't test it myself, but I've seen a lot of positive results about this on Reddit and a couple other Microsoft-related forums. So those were the two biggest items related to UWP, or the Microsoft Unified Windows Platform. Now, whether or not it's going to help with developers making games for these systems, for this platform, because obviously right now it's a nice to have, it's a nice to develop on. It's not a must have like Steam, which is even still, Steam is a different beast because you can develop your game and then put it onto Steam, because Steam is more of a DRM platform.
Yeah, you're right.
So Windows 10, the store is still considered DRM is well, but there's more things you have to do to get those games to run on a unified platform, obviously. So whether or not this helps out the Microsoft Store, we'll have to wait and see. But at least it's a step in the right direction.
And that's always what we really need in terms of with the Xbox Unified, the Windows Unified platform, is that step in the right direction. Because when it first came out, when because it's considered an app and not a game, there's a lot of problems. Like, for example, you were having a bit of issue with Forza Apex recently when you tried to record it.
Right. So that's still a huge issue with the games on Windows 10 using the store. Even though it's a game, it's still considered an application. Technically, it is an application, but Windows 10 sees it as an application, so you can only run it at a certain resolution, and you're stuck using either full screen mode or Windows mode. And the problem with that is the way that it's ran. I think I forgot what the actual cause is, but it does not allow you to use certain software to record. Like, you can't use XSplit unless you're told to record the desktop. You can't use Shadow Play unless you're told to record the desktop. And there's a bunch of other ones out there. Now, there is one piece of software that I found that works. It's called Action with an exclamation point. That actually will let you record, and I've actually had to buy a license for it. It works pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I shouldn't have to do that when I have OBS and I have XSplit and I have Shadow Play.
And obviously the Windows, the built-in Xbox recording app doesn't always work with every game.
Well, it has worked for the games.
It works for the Windows games.
Yeah, it has worked for these games. But the problem I had with that is even its high setting is ass. I think it's like 15 megs. I think it's 15 megs, maybe a little more, but the encoding is really terrible.
Okay.
So the DVR for the Xbox One functionality to Windows 10 actually is a lot better than that. It is a higher bit rate, but for Windows games natively, it is terrible. Terrible.
Right.
Like when I used Action and then went back and used DVR for Forza on Windows, it was like night and day. So They need to fix that. That is terrible. They need to address that issue because we like to see our frame rates. We like to do benchmarks. We like to see what we're actually pushing. That's part of being a PC gamer and an enthusiast. We like to see that stuff.
Yeah, but that's just the enthusiast side of things. I mean, I really don't think in the same respect, like, the casual users that will be jumping into this.
They will, because it's not just frame rates. It's being able to record your video. I want to record my gameplay and put it on, YouTube or another distribution service. As it stands, unless I want a crappy encode or I go to get another piece of software to redo it, I'm stuck. I mean, simplest solution is to go back and give Windows DVR a higher encode setting.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 100% on that one.
Give us the ability to do 30 megs. Give us a 30 meg bit rate. Compromise. I mean, 20? I mean, I don't even think it's 20. I could be wrong. I'm not about to go back and record some footage right now, but I'm pretty sure that the high settings for Windows DVR is 20.
All right, so my question to you, in terms of the unified Windows platform, what direction do you think they should go to in terms of the games? What would kind of bolster it from a nice to have to a must have solution?
Right now, nothing. And the reason why I say that is because there are still too many restrictions. You can't modify games. You can't get access to the game directly. You have to launch it from the Windows Store. That's a huge issue. Obviously, that's DRM, but that's a huge issue. The second
you have to launch it through the Windows Store?
Huh?
You said you have to do it from the Windows Store?
Well, you have to do it from Windows directly. You can't go to the program files and launch it.
Okay. This is true. Yes, you're right.
The second issue with this all is the fact that, excuse me, my throat's kicking my butt all of a sudden, is the fact that this is exclusive to Windows 10. There are still people out there that are running Windows 7 or running Windows 8 and don't want to upgrade to 10. Either privacy issues or they don't trust Microsoft or they got a, full hat on their head. For whatever reason, I'm running Windows 10. I've been running it since it came out. Works fine. Yeah, it has some privacy issues, but if you're savvy enough, you get around that. Come on, guys. Everybody is spying on you no matter what system you're on.
I'm like, bro, you got technology.
Yeah, if you don't think that's the case, then your ISP is tracking you right now. Just saying.
Targeted ads? That's the thing.
So that, I mean, the frame rate cap and the fact that they allow FreeSync and G-Sync to step in the right direction. I don't know if they're going to be able to get past the ability to not allow people to modify games, because that stuff is the inherent nature of the Windows 10 of the Microsoft Store. They were designed that way. Now, if they can get past that and possibly offer as a viable solution for gamers, then I can see it making some headway. But again, you're stuck on Windows 10. People from Windows 7 and 8 can't get access to this. So those people will be happy to depend on Origin, to depend on Uplay, to depend on Steam, and until
GOG.
until there's a real reason for them to jump over to Windows 10 for the Windows Store and for Windows games, which there really isn't right now. There may never be. I mean, we may never see a Halo on the PC
Ever again.
We may never see it.
And, I mean, not talking about like Halo, Spartan Assault, or nothing like that. We're talking about actual
we're
mainline
talking
Halo.
about the actual mainstream Halo. I mean, as much as Phil Spencer is trying to extend the olive branch to PC gamers, it's not all up to him. And like I said, we may never see Halo 5, 6 on the PC. We may never see Gears of War 4 on the PC. It'd be nice, but who knows? Because either way, no matter how you look at this, Microsoft needs to have a killer gaming app on the PC, and right now their mindset is not there. Maybe later on. Maybe when the Xbox One loses more traction. Maybe.
And in America, they're not really losing that much traction. It's just worldwide. Worldwide is where at least Windows 10 would have to kind of like step into the forefront.
Right.
That being said, speaking of Phil Spencer, you spoke of Phil Spencer earlier. We're going to get to that later on in the podcast. But let's talk about a couple things that are coming up this week that are quite important. So Microsoft is planning to recycle a little under 1 million gamer tags from the original Xbox platform that have never been migrated to Xbox 360.
I'm waiting for
on May 18th.
Because I had my original tag. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is so you can steal it from me. But I had, when I first got my Xbox, I had an Xbox Live subscription, and it lapsed, and I couldn't. Back then, if your subscription lapsed, that was it. You had to sign up from scratch again, and you couldn't get your gamer tag.
Right.
So I want my gamer tag.
So there's that. This is the first time in 5 years that Xbox has released dead Xbox Live gamer tags. 5 years. It's 5 years in 2 months.
Have they ever done this before?
March 2011.
I mean, I know they let you change your gamer tag once for free, which I never took advantage of.
No, March 2011. That was the last time they did it. So it's been 5 years and 2 months since they've done it.
They never freed my tag then.
Yeah, so we'll be releasing, like, on Major Nelson's website, it's pretty much says, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern on May 18th, they're going to release nearly 1 million gamer tags that value Xbox Live Gold members with active subscription at least 1 year of cumulative Xbox Live Gold tenure. These gamer tags will be released over a 24-hour period, giving our fans equal opportunity to get one. Proper names, pop culture references, types of food, geography and travel, science and technology, math and numbers, animal, greatest invention, all time, different types of names. And access will be available on Xbox.com, as well as in the Xbox app and Windows 10 and on Xbox One. Xbox 360 owners, on the other hand, would have to use Xbox.com, Windows 10, or an Xbox One console to get access to these new gamer tags.
What about the original Xbox guys?
You're funny.
No, I'm being quite serious. Is the
original Xbox guys still active? I mean, if it's still on, I doubt
I'm telling you what, I can't register I can't get that tag, and it hasn't been seen in over 30 days, which is probably hasn't been seen in over, how many years has it been now?
10 years?
Original Xbox?
10 to 15 years, yeah.
Yeah, so I want that gamer tag back. I totally want it back.
I have my original gamer tag. I have my gamer tag that I want to change to it. I don't like using the name Young Navigator because I'm not young anymore. and I made a Japanese account. And since the email disappeared, since the email that I used for it disappeared, I can't necessarily like get that gamer tag back.
Suck to be you. I want mine back.
I love that gamer tag. You know, it matches my nickname, and it's so mature, so mature. I should have changed it. I should have changed my American thing when I got the chance. Oh well, I didn't want to pay $8 though.
You bastard.
What? It's $8 a change. I didn't know if I changed my name or gamer tag.
$8 is somebody going to McDonald's. Not that I go to McDonald's because I totally don't. And buying.
Okay, you mean Claymont Steak Shop since you're in Delaware?
Hey, that's better than McDonald's.
Sorry. I'm not gonna lie, the Claymont Steak Shop is pretty good, but that's besides the point. All right, so Xbox Live pricing goes up in about 6 countries, and it triples in South Africa. So,
wait, what?
All right, so Xbox Live Gold pricing is going up in 6 countries.
Holy shit!
Not including the United States. It's staying the same. The 6 countries that it will be changing in are Hungary, Israel, Sweden, Turkey, Austria, and South Africa. Now, here's the thing about South Africa. In South Africa, right now, the current price of Xbox Live per month is 50. I think I don't remember what the currency in South Africa is.
It's too damn much already.
No, well, it's equivalent to $3.25 in the United States.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not bad either. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see what it's called. The Rand, the South African Rand.
Kevin Durant.
See what you did there.
Yeah.
Stop it.
They played tonight, by the way.
I know, right?
They're gonna kick the Warriors' ass
again.
No, but the Warriors won last year. They won the championship last year, so
this is true. All right, so 50 South African Rand, which is equivalent to about $3.25. Pricing in the United States is $10 a month. The new monthly fee, which will be 159 South African Rand, rounds out to be $10.33. So the new yearly pricing in South Africa will be 979 South African Rand, or $63 against the United States pricing of $60. So it's going to be $3 more expensive in South Africa than it is in the United States.
Okay.
Monthly in Hungary, it'll be about, and this is all in United States dollars, so translate it where you need. It'll be approximately $7.20 a month in Hungary. In Israel, it'll be $10.05 a month. In Sweden, it'll be $9.58 a month. And in Turkey, it'll be $6.40 per month.
I don't think that's that bad.
It's not bad, considering that. I mean, the price increase isn't bad, but in terms of the dollar value in those countries, it can be looked at as bad.
Did they state why the price is going up?
Well, here's the Microsoft official quote that was told to Game Informer by email.
We bastards aren't giving us enough money. We need more. Is that what it says?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it says.
Wow.
Not really. We occasionally update pricing in a given market to provide a balance of service and value, and in some instances meet currency fluctuations within the region. And we'll be adjusting the price of Xbox Live Gold subscription in a small number of markets on June 20th, 2016.
I don't like that explanation.
I know you don't.
Because the reason why I said I don't like that is, okay, limited markets, selected markets. Okay. So what's going to stop you from eventually rolling that over to other selective markets?
Like the United States.
I
don't know. I thought they would raise the price in the United States because, I mean, it's been stable for how long? Since Xbox Live became a thing?
Well, here's the thing. Why raise it there?
Well, I would have to go back and do a little bit of research, but I think it might be currency fluctuation and the strength of the United States dollar growing. That could be it. Remember, the United States dollar is like the super currency that basically runs everything else.
We're going to have to agree to disagree.
I mean, financially, it is. Like, everything goes by the United States dollar for some odd reason.
Yeah, we'll just agree to disagree on that one for now.
Fair. Yeah, we can have a conversation about
financial economics is just
Yeah, economics is weird. We would actually need an economist to actually discuss that in the proper
economist.
Yep.
And then a pachyderm to send that person on their way.
Yo, where is Matt when we need him?
You'll have to ask his secretary. He'll tell you. She'll tell you. Where's Matt? He's busy. All right, cool.
Cool. Bye. Anyways, so let's move on to the final topic of the day. So I was going on the Xbox One subreddit, right? I was like, let me look at the Xbox One subreddit because I'm actually trying to be more active on social media now.
He's trying. I've been doing that for months.
I know. And I saw this article. I saw this thing that was submitted about 21 hours ago from the time now. It is 6:05 Eastern Daylight Time on the 17th. And this user by the name of Moynimran6.
Dude, where's the link so I can see what you're referring to? Where is it?
Where's the link?
Where's the link?
Dude, I gave you the link.
No, Zelda. You did not.
Oh, God, I hate you.
God, where is it?
It's right here. Backstage talk.
Yeah, see, there's the link.
Backstage talk. Woohoo!
Microsoft's biggest problem to this day is they don't know how to properly communicate with their audience.
That's the subreddit title. There have been moments there, and this is totally spelt wrong because it's hilarious as I'm reading it. There have been moments when us Xbox One owners were left scratching our heads wondering, why would you even do or say that then? It's like the team of head Xbox spends more time improving the future of Xbox than actually rehearsing a script. From Peter Moore tattooing GTA 4 just to announce that it was bizarre and left game wondering what the fuck just happened, during the Collect Milo tech demo to Xbox revealed being just about TV, and TV. And who forget the famous Don Matrick? If you want to play offline, we have an Xbox 360 that can do it. And now Phil is kind of going through this phase saying that, they're not communicating well with their user base. Hyping DirectX 12 and coming out later and saying it will only improve low-level stuff, saying their focus is Xbox, and then a year later, bringing half of the exclusives to PC, announcing that Windows 10 conference is being held a week before it started. It will be announced it's closed door. And Phil saying in the conference that he's looking to make an upgraded Xbox, but a month after it went on Twitter said it's not like I'm going to say ship a screwdriver with every Xbox. And then a month after that said he's not interested in Xbox 1.5. This guy is saying that it's clear that Microsoft is having communication problems. I don't see that.
I don't see that because I can dispute everything that he just mentioned, and I think I will.
Go to heck. So, go to town.
Let's go to DirectX. When Phil mentioned this back at GDC, it was a misinterpretation by everyone else who stated Phil said that the Xbox One was going to, what's the word I'm looking for, would see an improvement due to DirectX 12. Phil, Tony Stank. Phil did not say it was the Xbox One. He just said it was the same hardware, i.e. Xbox One and PC are running the same hardware. He did not say the Xbox One was going to get a upgrade. So there's that. So he wasn't hyping DirectX 12 at any particular platform. He was just hyping it up. And if you looked at the PC games out right now, like Gears of War, Ultimate Gears of War, it did benefit from DirectX 12, as did Forza. So there goes that. Saying their focus is only Xbox, and you're saying bringing stuff to PC. They did not say their focus was strictly Xbox One. He said the Xbox brand. Hint, hint, games on the PC are still Xbox brand games. Announced that Windows 10 conference is being held next week, and before it started, announcement, I guess, that it will be closed door. Well, I can say, hey, the president, what's the perfect analogy for this? Hey, Dodge announced the brand new Viper, which you can only get to check it out if you're an insider. That happens all the time in the game industry. What he's talking about there?
In the car industry and all that fun stuff.
Everything. Phil clearly says in the conference he's looking to make an upgraded Xbox One, but a month after went on Twitter said, it's like I'm going to ship a screwdriver for every Xbox, then a month after that say he's not interested in Xbox One. You know what? That's him playing damage control. Honestly.
Well, obviously.
He did say he's looking into it. He didn't say it was going to happen. Just like Sony says they're looking into it, they didn't say it was going to happen, though all signs look like it may be happening. I could say I'm going to give everybody that I know $100. Doesn't mean I'm going to actually do it.
Right. I mean,
They can,
I would like to get I would kind of also like to get $100.
they can say what they want to say, but at the end of the day, regardless of what you say or what I say, if had they not properly communicated to you, you wouldn't have heard any of this shit whatsoever. They are
Right.
at least trying to be more transparent than what they were in the days of Mr. Matrick.
Don Matrick.
So I think that Phil Spencer is doing a pretty good job of what he's doing right now. Is it the best? I'm still not impressed with the PC offerings, but at least they got there. I'll say that
Right.
much. So I think he's doing a better job than what was done before, and it's no different than everybody's complaining and saying, "Oh, Microsoft threw in the towel. They know Sony won." Well, yeah, they kind of know that Sony won. At this point in the game, there's no catching up. All they can
Right.
do is maintain and do what they want to do, and cater to gamers, get new gamers to come on board. And right now, it's not a numbers game. And the thing that a lot of people need to realize is I'm 39 years old. I
Yeah.
grew up when there's console gaming started, and this is not the days of Nintendo versus Sega versus TurboGrafx 16. This
He
is
said
not.
TurboGrafx
Remember
16.
that? This is not Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Atari
3DO.
Jaguar, and everything under the sun. This is not 16-bit era, 32-bit era, 64-bit era. We're at the point now where platforms can either exist by themselves or coexist with other systems. How many gamers do you know have more than one console?
Ooh, me. I do.
I think it's pretty safe to say that the days or the years of people saying, well, Xbox One's the best. No, PlayStation 4 is the best
No,
system.
people actually still say that.
Yeah, people still say that, and I'll be the first person to say that. Everybody's like, no, Keith, you're a PC elitist. No, I like my PC because it's my preferred platform. Had I been a PC elitist, and this is for the troll on Reddit, had I been a PC elitist, I would not own an Xbox One, nor a PlayStation 4, nor an Xbox 360, nor a PlayStation 3, nor a PlayStation 2, nor Wii U. See what I'm getting at? I play these systems that have the games that I want to play.
You're right.
It's as simple as that. So making a full circle back to where we're at Xbox One, Bill's doing what he has to do to keep the platform afloat. And if that means moving Xbox One games to the PC where they may run better, Forza 6 Apex is gorgeous, by the way.
Yes,
Gears of War Ultimate. Then they do what they have to do. And guess what? It's a lot cheaper to do that than to roll out a new system.
You're right. You're 100% right.
I would even prefer Xbox initiative on the PC. It's like, hey guys, we know that Xbox One is not really doing what we wanted to do, but here's the thing: if your system meets these requirements, you can access this game, 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 and they can do that now with UWP. They totally can do that.
Which was the plan. Which was what Microsoft wanted to do, especially since now that Windows 10 anniversary edition will be coming out in July, most likely, because it is the 1-year anniversary of Windows 10. And that around that time, we most likely will see an update to the Xbox One to kind of and I think already with some previews on the Windows Phone 10 as well as Windows 10 itself, the Xbox and the Windows stores are getting united.
Yeah, I saw something yesterday that said they're getting united, but only Microsoft insiders could see that. I thought I was an insider at one point. I guess I'm not.
Or you're just not an active insider.
Yeah, I don't see those changes.
Yes, but it is necessarily united where you can go and buy like Forza Apex on the Windows 10 store for the Windows PC, and
Lies, you can't buy that. It's free.
Well, quote unquote buy. You can make the transaction.
You can buy cars. I bought a car. I told you you could buy a car.
I bought a car.
See, I told you the marketplace is live. You just can't buy it through the interface. But if you go to Forza and pick a track and want to race a car and you don't have it, you can buy it.
Oh, this is true. Like, you just say, do you want to buy this car now? It's like $1 a car. I'm like, wow.
I totally did that because I wanted the car.
I know, me too.
Actually, it looks like I am seeing Xbox games in my...
On your Windows 10 store?
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, man.
There's Dark Souls. Play from console.
He says there's Dark... He says, wait, what?
Yeah, it's like, it says play from console.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have your Xbox, you have your Xbox app and everything. You just like turn on the console. Ding, ding.
Huh? That's interesting. That is actually pretty cool. Doom hit game. No, I already got that for the PC. No, thank you.
Oh God, Keith, you son of a bitch.
Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for the experience for this week.
Oh, definitely. That's it. That's it for this
And
week.
we do this every 2 weeks. So this is May 17th. The next time we convene will be right around the start of June, and then
31st will be right after Memorial Day.
yeah, and then the one after that will be
Just in time for E3.
Yep, or after E3.
No, just in time for E3. E3 is like what starts.
I can't go.
I think it starts like the 13th.
Yeah, it does.
So we'll probably do one like before E3. Do a special before E3.
I think we should hold off. I think we should ask the fans, should we do them before or during E3? Because there's going to be a lot of news. And
yeah, so
I know a lot of people are like, hey, they're going to talk about a new Xbox One. And I'm like, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it.
We'll decide that. So the question of the podcast, and you can leave your comments below if you're listening on YouTube, or you can send your questions to clintonbowman@theouterhaven.net. Do you think that Microsoft has been doing a good job communicating with their audience as of late?
You should just tell them to send it to the Xperience@theouterhaven.net instead.
You can totally do that. Send it to Xperience. That's XPERIENCE at theouterhaven.net.
Yep.
Or you can leave a comment below in the YouTube video description. Let us know what you think. We'll provide some of the more popular or all of the answers as we get them. Unless there's like 100 answers, and we'll pick like 5. Like, we're just letting you know this right now. We're being honest. Transparency, that's the thing.
We're not transparent. I'm not made of glass. You can't see through me.
Can't see me. Like,
oh God.
you done did it. All right, so check out all the other shows on the Outer Haven. But before that, Keith, final thoughts. Anything that you're looking forward to?
Sure is
from the Xbox side of things.
Oh, you said Xbox. I was gonna say Overwatch.
I mean, that is on Xbox.
I'm not getting on the Xbox though.
I know you're not getting on the Xbox. You're getting on Windows 10.
I am curious about the talk about a new controller. That I am very intrigued of.
Yeah, if you go back to episode 0, we did kind of touch on that a little bit.
Other than that, not really. Other than Microsoft needs to hurry up and come out with a killer title, because your competitor is shitting all over you right now, guys.
Oh, you talking about Steam? Yeah, this is true.
No, talk about the Sony camp.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nintendo 3DS.
No, our Sony camp, who's making fun of us over at Sony Centric because of their title.
Yo, I haven't played Uncharted yet.
Yep, see, you mentioned it. Totally was not going to mention it.
So, shoot, it is one of our podcasts.
It is a fantastic game, but
speaking of Uncharted, we do have a Sony-centric podcast, and it's called, Sony-centric, hosted by Jason Kwasnicki and Mark Sullivan, with the occasional appearance of Delilah Lugo.
He said not to call him that anymore. He's Silent Quaz.
Who, by the way, brings a feminine touch to gaming.
Lord.
On Sony-centric.
Now he's bringing Gamergate in. Good job.
I'm not bringing Gamergate. Hey, listen. She brings a delicate balance to the Sausage Fest. That is Sony-centric. Like, I'm just saying. I love messing with them. It's what we do. We also have the Outerhaven podcast, where we do every Friday night. We talk about everything. We talk about everything and anything under the sun. There's also the A1 podcast with
Josh and Matt
and Will. 4-letter names just getting to me today.
4-letter technically names. It's Joshua, Matthew, and William.
See, that's easier. I could just go Joshua, because I'm so used to saying Joshua Jeremiah Piedra. You know what I mean? I'm so used to just calling out his old government. You got that, and then we also have our spoiler cast with Mark, Solid Quaz, and Delilah talking about Uncharted 4, and we're going to be doing more spoiler casts as it comes along. So, what is the next Xbox One exclusive coming? Like, I'm trying to remember when.
Wow, that's really shitty if you can't remember the next Xbox is good title.
No, it's not even that. It's like, you had, like, Quantum Break was the last one, and that was the hyped one.
Well, it's an indie game, but a lot of people have been waiting for it. And God damn it, this is supposed to be final thoughts. Below, There's that, which is not going to be really big. There really isn't a big one coming out for the Xbox One. That's the problem. We don't know what's going on with Crackdown. Gears of War is not coming out to the fall. There's no release
I
date
guess
on
Halo
Cuphead.
might be. Halo isn't coming out this year.
No,
Is it?
Halo's not coming out this year. It's not even on the map. Unless you count Halo Wars 2.
True.
Yeah, exactly. So the two biggest titles they have is Gears of War 4, Crackdown, and
I would even go as far
below.
as saying what, a Cuphead and below.
I actually went below, but yeah, it's See, and like I said, Microsoft needs a killer app or a must-have app because right now, even though this is a Xbox centric show,
Can we be really honest? Can we just be
be
really
really
honest?
the PlayStation 4 right now has exclusive after exclusive. Something needs to happen.
I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna put one name out there and just call it a day. Like, not two names: Nier Automata and Persona 5. Like, yeah, like
Gran Turismo Sport
and GT Sport. Which, listen, yes, this is the Xbox podcast, but we got to mention it. Like, we got to be objective. And No Man's Sky.
And No Man's Sky and Star Ocean 5. Oh God.
And Shadow of the Beast, which came out today.
You know what? I remember playing that game way back in the day.
You talking about Shadow of the Beast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an old ass Amiga remake.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So I mean, the biggest exclusive Xbox One really had was Quantum Break, and then you have, like you said, below Crackdown 4, Gears of War 4.
And since we're being brutally honest, I have a copy of Quantum Break and Uncharted 4 and Doom, yeah. And another game that I can't mention. Actually, I can mention that game, but I'm not going to mention it.
Just do it.
No, it's a PlayStation game. I'm not doing it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, no doubt, though. So, on that note, come check out all the rest of the stuff on the Outerhaven. On behalf of Keith, I'm Clinton Bowman. See you in 2 weeks for our E3 preview. Peace out.